Law. It forms the bedrock of our society. The rule of law affects nearly every aspect of life in America, and its importance to a functional democracy is vital. In this moment, law schools have an urgent and fundamental responsibility to produce practice-ready, ethical attorneys.
Law and lawyers are really so important to all aspects of ensuring that we have a peaceful and well-ordered society. And you see that both at the local, individual level and also at the larger societal level. Nearly 40% of all counties in the United States have fewer than one lawyer per 1,000 people living in that county. And that's a devastating fact. People need lawyers. They need lawyers at the time when they're at important building moments of their lives, but it's also true that people need lawyers at really vulnerable moments of their lives. And to not have access to lawyers can make people who are in vulnerable moments feel even more fragile. Asserting the importance of the rule of law and training excellent lawyers will help to uphold that fundamental structure in society that law has traditionally served. Choosing a law school is a very important decision for a prospective student. They know they're going to spend 3 years of their lives, 3 years where they'll be working very, very hard. And so that decision is critical for people to make with a sound process. What I do encourage prospective students to consider is finding a law school that feels like home, visiting the law schools that you're considering attending, and getting to know students that are already there, getting to know the faculty, getting to know the staff beyond the admissions office, the substance of what goes on inside that building, and ensuring that every day will feel like it's a place that, while you can't avoid the stresses of law school, that it'll be a place where people can find community, be respected, and find a good cohort of friends and future colleagues.
Founded in 1842 as the first state university law school in the Midwest, the Indiana University Maurer School of Law provides top-flight education in a community that truly cares.
The mission of a top-rate public institution like Indiana University's Maurer School of Law is to train top-rate lawyers and lawmakers and judges. The professors at the front of the room are there to impart not just deep and complete understanding of the substance of the doctrine of law that is on the table that day, but also the ability to marshal that doctrine, to use it to its fullest effect in order to ensure that the students have the skills necessary to go out and really be terrific advocates for their clients. Because we want to make sure that when students leave this building, that they're not just ready, they're also launched into a fabulous legal career.
An innovative school where community and service are two pillars of the legal education experience. Maurer has a national reputation, a high bar passage rate, and a high employment rate. Led by an extraordinary faculty, its students are required to engage in intensive practice-focused experience prior to graduation, thereby gaining the necessary skills to excel in their chosen area of law.
I think that the student experience here at Indiana University Maurer School of Law is very collaborative. I think that our students get to work together very closely. They get to work very closely with our faculty and with staff. I think the thing that most students tell me about why they decided to come to Maurer School of Law is just how comfortable they felt on campus and how welcome they felt on campus from the very beginning. And that sort of just continues on, that we really pride ourselves on getting to know students, getting to know their names, getting to know about them so that we can serve them as individuals once they get here and help them meet their individual goals.
At a time when educating and training future attorneys may be more important than ever, the Indiana University Maurer School of Law continues to make tremendous strides in the areas of law and society, improving access to justice to those who need it most, and using technology to enhance the legal profession and solve critical societal problems like mass incarceration.
The intersection of law and technology is so important because it deals with the most important issues of today's societies. So we ask both the way law is impacting technology and the way technology is impacting law. On the way technology is impacting law, we might think about the tools that lawyers and judges are utilizing to advance access to justice, from artificial intelligence to sentencing algorithms. But on the way law is impacting technology, we might look at regulations and administrative agencies' work in constraining the negative effects of technology. The faculty at Maurer in their research are thinking about the most pressing issues in our society, and then they're bringing that research and expertise into the classroom. So you might think about predictive policing. The way they're utilized in the incarceration of minority groups is one aspect that is constantly in the news and that is now shaping conversation around law, regulation, and policy that are common in day-to-day classrooms.
What we're seeing are real infringements, encroachments on people's individual liberties, their civil rights, and there's been a real threat in many parts of the world to democratic institutions. And one of the great things that we're seeing, the fact that lawyers are really stepping up and they're trying to preserve the rights of the vulnerable. We're looking to train our students to be more familiar with what lawyers are doing in other jurisdictions. So we're very engaged from a pedagogical, curricular point of view. And then we do a lot of important research where we work with bar associations in different jurisdictions. We work with different universities across the globe, really focusing on the empirical study of what lawyers do as economic leaders, as legal actors, and as grassroots activists.
Committed to service and diversity, Maurer students can choose from a wide variety of focus areas, including some of the nation's best programs in tax, intellectual property, law and technology, criminal law, and public interest. Here, students don't just know the law when they graduate, they know how to be lawyers.
So I chose Maurer School of Law because of its family law program. I wanted the ability to be able to practice family law as a student. It was also pretty close to home, and I had heard about the Maurer community and wanted to go to a school that was small enough to be a part of the community like that. Because it's such a small school, you're able to get to know your colleagues and professors and just everyone that you encounter really, really well. Also, the professors, they're amazing. They have unique research areas and they just do amazing work. So I definitely suggest being able to interact with them both in the classroom and outside of the classroom.
The Maurer School of Law is thinking about how to redefine the role of law schools in the 21st century. We are very aware that law and lawyers play critical roles in addressing some of society's greatest problems, and we are training the lawyers of tomorrow to go out and address those needs.
The right law school can equip students with the knowledge and skills to improve lives and change the world. Learn more today about the Indiana University Maurer School of Law. Law matters. For more information on how to apply or schedule a visit, go to law.indiana.edu or call 812-855-7995.